All right, y'all, so I'm in Bucharest right now, coming from Oradea, which is like a 10-hour drive, but a 40-minute flight. So this is pretty much the city capital, but the biggest thing I wanted to talk about was what I experienced living in the West versus now coming to the East, right? And for honesty, I think Oradea is way better than Bucharest from what I've experienced so far. I think Bucharest has a lot of buildings like this, and a lot of crazy just historical things, but in terms of life and living, I do believe Oradea is better. Now, when it comes to living in the West, what I found was there was a lot of just chaotic issues when it comes to like broken families everywhere. There's broken families left and right. And I'm not saying that doesn't exist here in the East, but I think it's far less likely than when I was in the West. Because when I was in the West, women basically hated their dads, they hated their family, they never talked to their family at all. Here I'm seeing that a lot of women and men tend to stay at home and live at home for a long period of time. Now, if you guys know, I always say if you're a man, move out as fast as you can, but at least women can stay in their household with their family for a long period of time, and they don't get a lot of the traumatic experiences that a lot of women in the West have. Because when they move out of their parents' house or when they go do their own thing, they now have to fend for themselves. And it's very, very hard to do that, especially in a world where there's so many things that could happen. There's a lot of assaults that can happen to them. They can go somewhere by themselves and they can get hurt. So it's very, very easy when you leave your parents' household to get in those types of things. Now, obviously, as a man, you don't have that issue because hopefully you know how to fight or you know how to defend yourself, so you don't necessarily have to worry about that. But here it's very different. And I'm not saying that if you come to the East, you're gonna have the craziest life and there's gonna be the best women ever, but there's more of an opportunity to find a good woman somewhere outside of the West than if you were to stay in the West. The percentage of solid women in the West, I believe, is completely cooked, like it's horrible. Now they put out the T app. If you've never heard of the T app, that's basically pushed in America now for women to basically anonymously go in and literally say like, oh, this is the guy's name, what has he done? And all of the women could go in and just comment on their experiences. So it's just exposing guys. Now, I saw something on Twitter where somebody wanted to essentially do the same thing but for men, and they tried to build it out, and AI didn't want to build it, the app stores didn't want to accept it, but they're accepting a women-only app to be able to expose as many men as possible. So all of this happens over there because that's exactly what it's incentivized to do. That's what they want to do. They want to divide both sides, but mostly they want to make sure that men suffer the most. And so I say all of that to say when you're here, it becomes a lot easier to find a solid situation that you could be in. And at the same time, you don't have to worry about a lot of the bullshit that you get in the West. That's why I tell a lot of guys, leave America. It doesn't matter. You don't have to come to Romania. Please don't, because I don't want a lot of people coming here. They're going to fuck everything up. But at least go somewhere. It could be Brazil, it can be Colombia, even though Colombia is dangerous. It could be it could be anywhere, right? Spain, it doesn't matter, but go somewhere else where you're appreciated and people can like you for who you are and you don't have to play all these games. Now you're gonna have to play some games sometimes everywhere, but again, it's all about the self-image that you carry. I always tell you guys this, how you see yourself is how other people are gonna see you. I came here, I didn't have anything but good experiences because my self-image of myself is very high. Now there's a lot of people, I've seen a lot of specifically black guys that say, oh, I had a negative experience in Romania, it was horrible. Well, if you see yourself as somebody who's less than, if you conduct yourself in a way that is not the most honorable way, you're loud, you have no you have no self-awareness of how you're being seen, of course, and you're going out, you're picking up women, you're doing left, this and right, you're not going to be able to have the best experience and people won't respect you. People will think that you're going to their place and you're destroying their entire form of living because of your traits that you got from the West, right? Like I came to Romania, I have a wife, she's behind the camera right now. Like, I don't have a reason to go to Romania and fuck around with a bunch of different types of women. That would fuck up my image completely. Like, because people don't want to see that. They want to see you abiding by their culture, understanding it, maybe even adding some of your flavor to it as well. But you have to understand when you're moving to different places, you have to respect the culture and you have to respect the women that are there, because if you don't, you may come around to somebody who makes you respect it. So hopefully this video was inspiring for you guys. Again, links will be in the description if you want to tap in with me, any of my programs that I have. I will be opening up one-on-one mentorships as well. You can message me on WhatsApp to be able to see if it makes sense to work together. But I appreciate you guys, and I'll catch you on the next video.